Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my match predictions for the quarterfinals of the Euros. I can't believe we're already here, man. But literally, looked at the last 16, we had amazing games. We had Spain beating Croatia 5-3. Who would have predicted that, man? Who would have predicted that? We had Belgium beating the reigning defending European champions in Portugal. Would this be Ronaldo's last Euros? We will have to wait and see. And the last result, obviously, England beating Germany for their first time since 1966 in a competitive international tournament. And I even just forgot right now about Switzerland literally beating France, doing the comeback upon miracles. 3-1 down, coming back 3-3 to win on penalties, where Mbappe, supposedly the one who's going to take the mantle from Messi and Ronaldo, missed his penalty. What drama in the round of last 16, and hopefully we get this sort of drama in the quarterfinals. So like I said, guys, I'm going to be giving my predictions for the Euros of the quarterfinals. Remember, guys, to like, comment, and hit that big subscribe button right there, and make sure you guys, yes, you guys, tell me in the comments who you think will win in the quarterfinals, because we have a lot of big games ahead of us, and we're going to see who can advance into the semi-finals. So the first game I'm going to be talking about is the game of this round. It's between Italy and Belgium. And who would have thought it would be these two teams? But I had Portugal going to the quarterfinals and beating Belgium 2-1. But like I said, this is going to be a massive game between the two sides. But let me start off with Italy. It was not pretty. It was not beautiful. It was not mesmerizing. It's not going to be staying in your head that Italy had an amazing performance against Austria, because in large parts of the game, they did dominate. But they managed to complete the Italian job like they always do. Mr. Reliable. When Italy are under pressure, when it looks like Italy may be down and out, maybe it looks like Italy may not be able to beat Austria, they were able to roll them over in extra time. And this shows what sort of character, what sort of resilience, what their makeup is about. The Italians did not get phased even though we went to extra time, because we saw Spain get flabbergasted, we saw France get flabbergasted, but it never looked like Mancini panicked. He took a tip from the old rule book. I don't know if it's an Italian thing, but Ranieri, the Tinkerman, literally bringing on two substitutes, and both of them scored. We saw them with the high energy, the high intensity, literally in the final third, scoring for Italy, making sure that they were able to win 2-1 in that game. So literally, Mancini has rotated throughout the whole of the Euros, using 25 out of his 26-man squad, and it's been working miracles for the Italians. So let's see if Mancini will continue doing this to make sure he has more success beating Belgium. However, I don't know, man. I feel like they have a big chance of losing this game. I'm not going to predict against them, but their centre-backs look vulnerable. Obviously, Chiellini's coming back, but he's old and slow, just like Bonucci, and the other centre-backs aren't that quick on their feet. So imagine Arnautovic. He gave them problems. Arnautovic, a very, very good forward, which used to play for West Ham, who used to torture defences. But imagine Lukaku, self-proclaimed one of the best strikers in the world right now. So imagine Lukaku running in behind the three centre-backs who are slow in age. This guy is a beast. This guy is going to be able to dominate with his pace, his strength, and potentially the Italian defenders will not be able to handle him like they couldn't do in the Serie A. So if Belgium do look to sit back and let Italy have large parts of the possession, and they do look to break and play counter-attacking football, if Lukaku gets isolated with these Italian defenders, I'm telling you, there is no stopping Lukaku. The only player that can stop Lukaku is Lukaku himself. So I'm not down Lukaku's finishing. We saw it in the Premier League with Everton, Man United. We even saw it with Inter Milan. This guy gets goals wherever he goes. So I'm not doubting that. It's just his dribbling, his patience, his ability to hold up the ball and turn the slow defenders. If he's able to do this, Belgium do have a great chance of winning. However, I cannot go that far. I'm not going to say Belgium are going to win this game, even though I do want them to win. I just don't think Kevin De Bruyne and Hazard will be healthy for this game, because obviously they're injured. These are such big misses. Three of their Belgium's best three players, and only Lukaku's going to be playing. So this is going to be a massive miss. And who's going to be that player playing those balls in behind for the likes of Lukaku? Because we know Kevin De Bruyne literally had 20 assists like 2 seasons ago. This guy has the capability, this guy has the skill, this guy has the brains, the intelligence to pick out players just like that. Even if they don't know if they're making a run, this guy has the ability to do that. So who's going to step up and do this for Belgium? I don't see anyone doing this. And even Hazard, who's obviously not the Hazard of old at Chelsea and Real Madrid, he hasn't been playing well. However, this guy, in moments, I've seen it in the Euros, he still has the ability to beat a man, go past the player, do a trick or two, create chances, and potentially even score a goal, even though he hasn't scored for Belgium for like 18 months. but these are going to be massive misses, and it's going to force Belgium to play counter-attacking football. And I don't think Lukaku has a great hold-up play as an all-round striker, despite his goal tally. So in terms of this game, I don't think Belgium are going to win. Lukaku is going to be isolated up front, so I'm going to be predicting a 2-0 victory for Italy to advance into the semi-finals. So the next game I'm going to be talking about is England versus Ukraine. And I told you guys, I told you, I'm going to say it one more time. I told you Gareth Southgate needed to play a 3 at the back against Germany, and he did, and he won, and he's proven to everyone, maybe even to me, that maybe he's the right man for the job. But hold up, England fans. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we need to let that victory be in the past, and we need to move forward because we still have a trophy to play for. I know beating Germany feels like winning a trophy, but we still have the potential to win the Euros. And we're facing Ukraine, a favourable draw, who only finished, with 3 points in their group, finishing third, the third place team finishing third like Portugal did 5 years ago. So on paper, they really shouldn't be a threat to England. The only reason England won't win this game is because of England. Let's be honest. So we should be winning. So obviously for this game, I'm not going to say we should play a 3 or 5 at the back. That was only tailor-made for Germany because of the way they play, who can threaten us on the break and stuff like that. But in terms of Ukraine, revert back to a 4. We saw Jack Grealish come off the bench against Germany and what his impact means for the team. This is why he needs to start, Gareth Southgate. I know you haven't liked him for the 5 to 6 months, but whenever he comes off the bench, he makes an impact, he makes a difference, and that's why he's called Super Jackie Grealish, and that's why so many England fans love him, and that's why Man City are looking to spend 100 million on him. This guy assisted Kane for his goal. Before he came on, we looked flat, we looked flustered, we looked like we didn't know what we were doing in terms of the final third. Yes, we defended well. Yes, we haven't conceded a goal all tournament, but this guy gave us some sort of uniqueness in terms of creativity, which Phillips and Rice do not have. So hopefully Jack Grealish has cemented his place in terms of this game. Other talking points in terms of this game: will Southgate depart from his 2-man midfield of Phillips and Rice? Maybe he'll put more creativity there, potentially Bellingham. I know Southgate probably won't do that because we haven't conceded a goal all tournament and it's been serving us well. But I don't know, it might be a big risk for him to change it, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's going to put so much pressure off whoever's playing in that cam role, either Grealish, Mount or Foden, to be the one creating chances, because Sterling and Kane obviously can do that, but he hasn't been doing that lately. So it's going to be so much pressure for that one midfielder who's our creative spark. That's why I want 2 of them, not just one of them. But Southgate will probably opt for one of them. So it might be tough for England to break down Ukraine, who are going to play a defensive style of football. But in terms of this game, I think we might get an early goal. If we get a goal, then it's going to open the floodgates and it's going to justify Southgate's decision of playing 2 holding midfielders. But if we don't, the longer it goes on, it's going to put more pressure on England because we are expected to beat Ukraine. But I think we're going to be a well-oiled machine like we have been in all tournament. It hasn't been pretty. It hasn't been beautiful. We haven't been playing some stylish football like Spain did 12 years ago, but it's been efficient and it's been consistent in terms of getting the results done. So I'm not going to doubt Gareth Southgate. I think England are going to win this game, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory against Ukraine. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Switzerland versus Spain, and I have to say apologies to Spain. I actually apologize. I doubted Spain. I didn't think they were going to be able to beat Croatia because they do not have the experience that they did 12 to 13 years ago, winning all those major trophies on the international stage. I have to apologize to Morata. I have to apologize to Ferran Torres. I have to apologize to Pedri. These guys played their tails off and they scored 5 goals? Literally helped their team score 5 goals against an experienced seasoned veteran Croatia side. I have to give Spain its credit, especially since I doubted them. But in terms of watching Spain against Croatia, it was silky smooth. Pedri dominating the game. Busquets, 5-yard passes, impact going forward. Ferran Torres taking players on. Morata, great hold-up play, scoring goals, got his confidence up in extra time. Going forward, this Spanish side does look good, scoring 10 goals in 2 games. Who would have believed? I didn't believe that. I doubted them. I didn't think they had a clear number 9 who's going to be good enough to bag in those important goals when they needed them most. But in terms of Spain, I also like the maturity levels they showed. In terms of their own goal, it would have been easy to quit and be like, you know what, this is the goalkeeper's fault. But we saw Azpilicueta giving him a hug, encouraging him like, no, the match isn't over. Then we also saw them choke a 3-1 lead like France. But unlike France, they actually came back and scored 2 more goals in extra time, helping them win 5-3 against Croatia. So these sort of maturity levels, this sort of experience is going to give them a world of good when it comes to versus Switzerland and potentially even going to the semi-finals or the finals. So I do expect them to beat Switzerland. Switzerland are actually a very good side. Calm, composed, good on the ball, can actually control, dictate tempo of the game like we saw against France in large moments. And they actually outplayed France, beating them for their first time in a major tournament. Switzerland absolutely deserved the victory considering the fact that they missed a penalty and even other chances. So Spain should not take them lightly. However, the only chance I give Switzerland of beating Spain is if Xhaka has a world-class virtuoso performance yet again like he did against France. He was clearly the best player on the pitch, sorry Paul Pogba, in terms of the way he was passing the ball in behind. And we know Spain. We know they like playing a high line, and that aged Croatia side couldn't take advantage over it. So will players like Shaqiri, who likes to float into the pockets of space, be able to take advantage with Xhaka for Embolo, who's big, strong, quick, agile? Will Spain defenders be able to deal with him? Because we know they like playing on their halfway line to hold that high line. Will Switzerland be able to take advantage over this? I don't think so. I don't think they have enough quality, because I saw Embolo in big moments not be able to make the correct pass or the right decision, which may have costed Switzerland against France. So I'm going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Spain. Morata continue his good form in terms of his goal scoring spree, and I predict Spain to go to the semi-finals. So the last game I'm going to be predicting is Denmark versus Czech Republic. And I know I'm going to be saying this a lot in this video, but I did not expect Denmark to win 4-0. But looking at the last 2 games, they have scored 8 goals in 2 games. Maybe 2 off Spain, but that's still amazing. That's still magnificent. I can't believe I doubted them against Wales, who had 2 match winners, which I relied on Bale and Ramsey to win them the game. However, Denmark were absolutely tremendous. Oh my god. Damsgaard, I don't know, he's only 20 years old. Imagine 20 years old and he's that good already. I'm not going to be surprised if a top club snatches him away from the Serie A this season. Obviously, Poulsen is injured. Imagine you didn't even have one of your best strikers on the pitch and you still won that comfortably. He's coming back from hamstring injury. Goldsberg did a great job. I think he won man of the match that game. Also on the radar for other Premier League sides to sign him. Like, Denmark are literally on a great high, and they have the emotional attachment to Christian Eriksen to want to win the Euros for him. I just think Denmark are just too good of an all-round team. We even saw them against Belgium. They held their own until Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best players in the world, came on and disrupted the game and helped Belgium beat Denmark. That's what it took. It took one of the best players in the world to beat Denmark. So I think they're going to be able to beat Czech Republic. I know Czech Republic have been having this fairy tale, literally finishing 3rd in the group, beating Netherlands 2-0, even though the Netherlands had a red card. But I think, unlike the Netherlands, Denmark have the quality within the final third with those players I just mentioned to actually beat Czech Republic. I do give Czech Republic a 25-30% chance, but even against England, they weren't great. In the group stages, I know they beat Scotland, I know they beat Croatia, but both of them sides are out of the tournament already in the round of 16. So I just don't see Czech Republic pulling off the upset and beating Denmark. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Denmark against Czech Republic, and I think it's going to be fairly simple. So those are my predictions, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen tomorrow and the next day in terms of the Euros, and tell me who you think will win the Euros as well. See you guys later. Thank you for watching.